This is a Heathkit DX 40. It is hardly in perfect condition. The case seems like it has been bent somewhat. I noticed a little problem over here, and the rest of the case is not particularly neat either. Did take a little effort to get the back on, but take a look at it and we'll see how it's going to operate. I have it hooked up to a contester load. Some people call it a dummy load, but they're basically both the same thing. And we will see how it functions. I did have some problems with it when I got it. It needed one of the filter capacitors had come desoldered, unloose, and then it had a coughing problem, and we had to replace the RF and you could see that the insulator was broken on the RF and the plate cap was okay, but it kind of came as one piece. So after that was replaced with and I put in a couple of cough drops to help it go down a little bit better. So let's see how it functions. We're going to take a temperature reading of the dummy load first, or the contester load, and if you can see, it reads 71 degrees. So we'll put it in the tune position, and you can see we have about 2 mils of grid current. There's a crystal in there, so you get plenty of grid current. And now we're going to put this in the plate position, and we will see how it works. Put it in the foam position, we'll dip the final, okay, and load it up here a little bit, and down we go, and it can go up to 125 mils, and you can see we get that out perfectly. So, and this indicates over 100 watts, but that thing is really generous. Let's take a temperature reading of the dummy load now, and you see it's 99 degrees, so it's almost humid. We'll take another temperature of it. It's kind of 142 degrees. So I think what's happened now is it has caught the flue, and we'll have to see why that has happened. So I do have a crystal in there for 80 meters. I will flip the crystal, and let's see how we are. We'll try it up on 40 meters. And see if that loads. Okay, and put this in the tune position, and we have more than 2 mils of grid current there. Put that over in plate, and now we will put it in. We'll put it in the CW position, and we need to dip the final. There we are, and bring it up, and dip the final again, and bring it up, and dip the final again, and bring it up, and our contester load is looking pretty good. Let's see what the temperature is. Didn't get a good reading. We'll try it again. It's 156 degrees, so you can see the hot band obviously is going to be on 20 meters, 40 meters, and we'll just try it on 20 meters. We're going to be doubling the crystal, and it's a almost a 7 megahertz crystal. It is a little bit outside the band, but I don't think any contesters are listening. So we'll try it here on 20 meters, put it in the grid position, and we got about 20 mils of grid current, 2 mils of grid current. Put it in the plate position, and we need to dip the final. There we are, and bring it up, and bring it down, and there we are. We're really getting up there. So that's 20 meters. Check the temperature of the contester load, and it's 155 degrees. So that band isn't much hotter than 40 meters. And that's as much as I'm going to test it there. I tried to get it to work on phone, and I thought I was pretty good at troubleshooting, but I just couldn't seem to get any real plate voltage on the speech amplifier. I tried my best. I did some troubleshooting, and really couldn't seem to find a problem. I saw a 6K resistor where there should have been a 1K, but that didn't seem to be the problem because it seemed to work okay. But if you want to look at the schematic and see if you can find the problem, look, do you see the problem? I don't see the problem either. So I'm looking really hard. Remember, I did replace the over here, and I did replace, did reattach one of the filter capacitors over there. And the schematic seems to be the right temperature. Let me check that. The schematic is only 68 degrees, so certainly the whole unit seems to be running fairly cool. So that's our demonstration. It doesn't work on phone, or at least I couldn't get it to work on phone. But you can see if you find it interesting for you to work on. Remember, I'm not going to include the old, but if you want, for an extra $1 of postage or shipping, I will include the and maybe if you can go down to your local drugstore and maybe you can fix it with a couple of cough drops. Luden's was the brand in my day. So that's the story on a DX40.